Clearly, this episode was a scheme that Todd set up to come to Xavier with the you know the rest. Let's get into the new episode of Ready to Love Detroit, shall we? The ladies had power this episode. Nephew Tommy told the ladies to take the men to places that mean something to them in Detroit. So Dominique invited Bello, Christina, Devon, and Chris to her home, and she cooked. After that scene, we can easily see her top is Bello, but her backup is Devon, and his hips don't lie. Okay? But Dominique is Devon's top, but his backup is Nicole. While Christina was at Dominique's house, she had a moment with Chris and Bello. No shade to Chris, but it's giving he's fascinated with women, like the essence of women being around them, but actually having a relationship, negative. So I felt nothing there. But with Bella, it got a little spicy. She said she has 3 connections. She's talked to them, gave them a little test. Like, I want a massage, just to see what they would say. One man said he couldn't financially contribute to her massage. Another man said, what's your cash app? I'll give you half for it. But Bello said nothing for a while, then it hit her in the afternoon like, oh, I'm just now seeing it. Now, some may say this is a little too early in the game to be asking for some money, but if you are asking the question just to see what type of heart he has, you may as well know now. Now, Nicole has a date with Devon. This is so weird because she said she wanted to rekindle and see what she had going on with Ed. I haven't seen her with Ed since the mixer. This was not an episode where they say, oh, get with somebody that you're not really connecting with right now just to see if there's a connection there. You're supposed to meet with your top, like, 2 choices, and Ed is not one of them for her. So I'm trying to figure out what in the world's going on. The scene that really stood out was the one at Shannon's house. She invited Donna, Xavier, Derry, and Ed. They were required to bring one item that meant something to them and share with the group. This scene really showed everyone connecting and getting to know each other more. But then when they broke off, Donna and Xavier got to talking. And Donna asked Xavier, like, are you changing some of your dating behaviors because what was working in the past is not working? And he was like, no, I'ma still go slow and getting to know people. Ed and Shannon had a moment. I could definitely see a connection between these two. He was showing affection. They were having a true conversation. Like, okay, I could see something there. Donna said she also saw Darius in a different light during this moment. So I'm like, I'm loving this. Moving on. So Ashante invites Cardi, Vince, and Lauren to a cooking class. She's a chef. Why not? One word to describe this scene: awkward. Lauren was bringing up positive things about Vince in the beginning. By the end of that scene, it was like, I take it back. Ashante and Vince have their time together. She brings up the conversation from the skating rink about the 50-50. And he was like, basically, if I bring $150,000 to the table and she wants more, she wants to live a different lifestyle, she needs to bring it. During the cooking portion of the scene, he was annoying, kept on saying chop. I know Lauren said if he says that one more time, bruh, it's too aggressive because he don't like women for real. Okay? Hardy, on the other hand, was a listener. He was attentive. He actually had a great personality and he was the best man in this scene. And I honestly saw a different side of him that I truly like. Steven, on the other hand, he has a date with Ashante. They do tie-dye clothing. They had goals that were similar, but it was just like, that's it. Last but not least, Ashley and Ed. So they meet at the dog park. They're talking, and basically Ashley saying, at this point it's one-sided. Like, I need to have a man that's going to show me that he likes me. And he's like, oh, what's your definition of like good communication and like what I should be doing? If you have to ask that, clearly she's not your type or you're not attracted to her in that way. And yeah, y'all just need to end it right there. Because the affection that you were showing Shannon, clearly Ashley wants that and you're not trying to give it to her. So it's time to go back to the ladies' lounge. They find out that in a conversation, Vince called Lauren the B word. He admits it. He says that basically he was saying it jokingly, but it further proves how lame he is. The women decide that Xavier and Vince should be in the bottom. When Donna speaks to Vince about what he did, he's going to say, you know, I thought about that. And when I use that word, I think about my daughter. No, you're an idiot. You get mad when women call you out or they challenge you because you're an idiot. And the fact that you were a former police officer tells me everything I need to know. Okay. Now, Xavier, on the other hand, he's more set in his ways, and it's like, okay, you either take it or leave it. But it's not even close to Vince. I can tell he's a smart man. He's just very low key, and he's just like, I'm not trying to do a whole lot, but I'm trying to get to know you and date and just be chill for real. But he gets sent home over this doofus. I could see if it was like, for example, Ed against Xavier. Then you're like, okay, no, we would pick Xavier to go home versus Ed. But no, you're talking about someone who has shown you who he was. You believed him, and then you said, yeah, he should stay because we like him. And if this was a production choice, some of y'all need to be fired because now you're creating a stereotype, basically saying black women love mess. But I digress, child. Thoughts?